Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Burning Issues. So, leading on from what I spoke about last week about going all in on what you're doing, your endeavours, your work, career, that sort of thing. It's also important to realise that you can do anything, but you can't do everything. And what I mean by that is there's a limited number of hours in a day, there's a limited amount of productivity that you can squeeze out of each day. And you've got to be very careful where you put your attention because you just can't have it everywhere. I think I've discussed this before, but one of my old colleagues over at Tesco used to describe that you want to be like a laser and not like a torch. A laser being a very focused light that can cut through things, and a torch being a not focused light that just illuminates and doesn't cut through anything. And so what I'm talking about today and what I mean is that by all means there's lots of things you can do in life, there's lots of avenues you can take work-wise or creative pursuits, but you have to pick what you really focus on, because there's just a limited amount of time and energy that you can put into things. And on my latest podcast, the Burn Desire Show, I spoke with Jerzy Gregorek, who has been, the last 40 years or so, a fitness influencer would be not the right word, but effectively he's been in that industry as a personal trainer and somebody that has a large following. The likes of Tim Ferriss and Naval Ravikant are big proponents of his methodology. So you can look up that episode as well. And he talks about that people from a fitness standpoint, they do so many different things. So they'll play golf, they'll play paddle, they'll play football, they'll do running. And he was saying that apply yourself to one or maybe two, but certainly one would be best, and just continually get better and better to the best of your ability, rather than just doing so many different activities and not really improving in any of them particularly, which I thought was a really interesting point, because variety is the spice of life, for sure. However, if you really back to my vlog I did last week where I talked about going all in, it's the same outside of work, that you've only got so much energy, and if you put that into golf, you're undoubtedly going to be a better golfer than the person that's playing golf, playing paddle, playing pickle, playing football, etc., etc. So yeah, I just think it's an interesting point that there are so many options and activities and things that we could be doing today, but there's a finite amount of time and of course energy and productivity that you can actually produce out of a day, week, month, year, etc. And what you choose to spend that time on is very important, because, as I said at the forefront of the title of this video, yes, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. So you've got to pick what you focus on, you've got to pick the doors that you walk through, pick the activities that you choose carefully, and the choices that you make are very, very important and can lead you to completely different places, and just be careful, because, as I say, you can't do every single thing in life that you ever want to do. If you create a list of everything you ever wanted to do, you would struggle to get through it if you've got any imagination at all. And at the same token, what is great in today's world is that there are just so many opportunities and options. It's just a matter of really focusing on one or a handful, but one would be best, and getting to a level of mastery in that, and then life will become far more rewarding, fruitful, and colourful once you get to the level of mastery and you can see progression in what you're doing, rather than being the torch where you're doing so many different things that you can't really see the wood for the trees. If you're the laser and you're focused and you're doing one specific thing, then you can see improvements, you can make improvements, and it will probably most likely lead to a more fulfilling life than just trying to go after everything all at once.